All we wanted was space. Really. Day, month, years without joke, threat, fight. Because apparently, a life where a continent is too much, this world too round, too familiar to the most ancient, so they induced amnesia with psychological witchcraft and media warlocks, feeding the same insanity, same classism, same stereotypes, same fear, same song, with no appreciable rhythm or original lyric or on repeat ad nauseum soundtrack to quadrennial parade of free world leaders and warlord campaigns, the shadow grip of longer ropes and higher walls to keep us from the middle of the dance in this land of the free labor and gilded speech. Their song ain't ever catchy enough for me. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask I why. Sounds like rhetorical questions. Looks like less than $15 an hour, no insurance. Feels like month to month. Next month, always the eviction. Feels like asbestos long underwear. It will protect your ass from the fire, but will still kill your ass long term. Looks like toxic democracy. Sounds like you're not like those others. Feels like trapped in a body, in a box, wrapped in cellophane, oxygen thinning. Looks like the light at the end of the tunnel is a train, is a slave catcher, is shot after shot after shot. The bling of 50 stars feels like memories lost in a fog, like forgetting the words to our narratives, and the beat of our talking drums smells like so much seawater and leather for tanning. Sounds like chains rattling and hammering through metal links. Sounds like the first verse of a new Negro spiritual. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air until the philosophy that hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. Natural mystic, Nyabingi, radical, rootical, Rastafari poetical, Wailing prophet with song on his tongue, guitar in hands, but a talisman accompanying psalms of Africa in his blood, of fury and love, of redemption and free eye, messenger of word, sound, power, guan for walk about the earth, from trench town to your ghetto town, with visions of gifts from a conquering lion and of his own ascension. Enraptured audiences were not concerts, but reasonings, revivals, groundation before the Most High, chanting lyric that read like sacred scrolls under the guise of swaying melody were coded messages of riot, of rage, of ambush, of downpression, and cries to get up, stand up, wake up and live. Like any human he took, but he learned to give. He gave and shared, catching fire upon fingertips and leaving for all to cherish. An herbsman whose own seed still bears fruit. Concrete jungle cat with the natty mane. Deliverer of rebel consciousness from righteous conscience. Osaine, Berhine, Selassie, Robert, Nesta, Marley. Natural mystic, Nyabingi, radical, rootical, wailing prophet, divine warrior, ever living, with open hands signifying peace, or clenched fists scarred with war. It is in your honor I uprise and chant down Babylon. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. You used to have such good hair, my grandmother would occasionally say. It seems to be something everyone has an opinion about the hair. They ask me, is it heavy or hot? Do I wash it? Is it even real? Some attach stereotype and some no symbolism at all, but once I have their ear, I reveal the truth to them. I am a lion. I am a displaced wildcat awakening in the wilderness after 400 years of hibernation, awakened by talking drums that have reverberated across the Atlantic through common tradition. I am the fulfillment of Ethiopian and Egyptian prophecy of progeny making the creator their only sovereign. Infidels dread the locks. My knotty textured mane symbolizing the dark matter core of the sun, heavy mass and density firmly wound on the verge of explosion. I am a lion, leading the pride on rootical instinct. Marcus Garvey on the Black Star Line. Menelik of Sheba leading the caravan from his father's land with the ark in hand. Moses leading the exodus of Jah people. Not everyone dreadlocking calls Selassie, but in spirit we are one people, one aim, one destiny, consciousness traced on follicle paths through the Levant, the Nile Valley, and along the Sea of Reeds. If the Fertile Crescent is the cradle of civilization, then Northeast Africa is the womb. The lion's mane is identification and antenna. You ever notice how on the train or in the club the dreads sort of congregate? That magnetism's got to keep us together. Used to be black children would just try to diss. Sometimes it's alky-fed crew-cut frat rats mockingly shouting, "Hey, Bob Marley!" Well, the joke's on you, Chris Farley. Bob Marley's a prophet that I think you ought to listen to. If you only knew that he was challenging you to be more human. Like Naya warriors in the Bayou Fall, the hair stays locked up like so many of mine in Babylon dungeons. Coils tight like formations of freedom fighters. I am soul rebel, buffalo soldier on the black hand side of America's Cold War, and I'm coming in hot. I have taken an oath to uplift my people en masse. I will not be state property for your entertainment. When it comes to the definition, I prefer to make one beyond the length of the locks. Their documents and his story don't define me. I took my first payment of reparation when I declared freedom from the home of the slave. Why do I rock the lion's mane? Because the conquering lion shall break every chain. I am not Jamaican or Trini. I come rough-hewn from Southside Chicago streets and urban sprawl. Grab your dictionary, look up culture, diaspora, and legacy. There you will find me. Teaching cubs to walk before they run, to rest before the dawn, to create their own fate, that death only comes to fools, and never, ever forget that you are a lion. Take my coffee black, like ancestors, sheep, soil, dark matter, and magic.